National Hot Dog Day, National Sunglasses Day, National Witch Hazel Day. Why is that a thing? Where did this whole thing come from? Who picks these days? Explain it to me.
Take it easy. I've got all the answers. Welcome to By the Way Today Is. Hey, Kate, what you up to?
I'm wanting some soup today.
You what?
I'm wanting some soup today.
You're wanting some soup? Or your wonton soup?
Sure.
So you want some wonton soup?
Yeah, it's a little play on words.
You know what we could do is we could order some Chinese takeout because today is November 5th and it's National Chinese Takeout Day.
Oh my word, thank goodness I want some wonton
all the
soup.
time you hit these things and it's just so perfect how when we're recording we start talking about these.
So great.
The setups are amazing.
Why, thank you.
But today is November 5th, National Chinese Takeout Day. And it's probably one of the laziest national days. Not for the people making the food, but for the people that order it. Because it's a lazy day. Let's just order some Chinese food.
It's our go-to.
It is a go-to. So I'm going to get it right off the bat. How you're going to celebrate today? There's no other way to do it. Order some Chinese takeout. I'm not even going to save that till the surprise at the end. But I do have a by the way fact.
Okay.
The by the way fact is there are more Chinese restaurants in the United States than Kentucky Fried Chicken, Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King combined.
Nuh-uh.
There's roughly 45,000 to 50,000 Chinese restaurants in the United States.
That's crazy.
There's 13,000 McDonald's, 3,900 KFCs, 6,700 Wendy's, and 7,200 Burger Kings. You add all that up, and it's still not as many Chinese restaurants as there are in the United States.
There's only 7,200 Burger Kings?
Yep.
Lame.
So there are a lot of options for Chinese takeout food.
That's pretty
incredible. Some are better than others.
Yes.
Some are not great. Some are amazing. Some are just food.
Our place is good.
But most places are like that. So the first Chinese restaurants came into existence all the way back in the 19th century. They've been around a long time. There were a lot of Chinese immigrants that were coming to California for the gold rush. Okay. Had word that there was money to be made, so they came over, they worked hard, and they had a desire for a taste of their native food. So some of the immigrants were hearing people talk, so they decided to open up Chinese restaurants based on some of the food that they used to serve back home. So they were very popular because the Chinese population was very high back then in those areas. And a lot of them were from the Cantonese region of China. And so the Chinese food that we enjoy today from takeout restaurants is not actually the traditional Chinese food, but from the Cantonese regions of China.
I never knew that. I mean, I knew it wasn't like Chinese food because people say stuff like that all the time.
Yeah.
But
so that's where it kind of got its ideas from. It's from those regions of China. And what's one of the hallmarks from a Chinese restaurant when you get the food?
Fortune cookie.
We will talk about a fortune cookie in a second.
Egg roll. I don't know. Rice.
What about the containers?
Oh.
The white containers?
Oh, yeah, the little boxes.
Pretty much every Chinese restaurant has those same
Yeah, because you can pack so much. I can never understand how they fit so much rice in there.
Put a lot in there. Do you know where those came from?
No.
That's a tradition that goes all the way back to the 1950s. They used to use those boxes to transport oysters in. They would get the oysters, move them around, ship them out wherever they had to go, and those were oyster boxes. And so restaurants could get a lot of them in bulk cheaply, so that's what they started using for Chinese restaurants for their rice and their meals. And it's stuck around ever since. What is that, 70 years? My math is really good today.
Can you do math this time?
My math is really good. So those little white boxes have been around for over 70 years. What is one of the most popular vegetables used in Chinese takeout?
The snap peas. Broccoli.
No, broccoli. Snap peas are popular, but the one I was looking at was broccoli.
I don't know why I'm like shouting them at you like I'm on a game show or something and I'm trying to beat the other people who are playing.
You do. You have a lot of urgency when you're yelling them out.
I gotta get it first.
So broccoli is one of the most popular vegetables that are used, but did you know that it's not used in traditional Chinese meals?
Oh, so it's like an Americanized version?
Because broccoli is not native to China.
Oh,
so they don't
that
even
makes
use
sense.
it. They might import it, but they don't actually even use it in their food.
Those jerks over there don't have it.
And not only do they not have broccoli, but tomatoes, carrots, and yellow onions also aren't native. So a lot of the things that they use in the food that we get are not used in their food at all.
I don't know if I'd like it as much if I didn't get all that. I love me some veggie rice. Veggie rice.
So it's interesting when you think about what we call Chinese food is nothing at all like they have over there. Nothing.
I mean, that would make sense. They got to make it how they have or with the ingredients of what they have. So it makes sense that it would get Americanized over here.
It's always going to happen. And you mentioned fortune cookies before. So the fortune cookies that we get, also American created.
Nuh-uh.
100% American created. They don't even have a history to Chinese culture.
What? So why aren't they called American cookies?
Well, funny enough, they actually are traced back to 19th century Japan.
Oh.
19th century, after World War II, there were a lot of Japanese Americans that were relocated after the war by FDR. He was shipping them around to whatever they were doing back then, mistreating them and everything. So this caused a lot of the Japanese businesses to close because they didn't have people to work in them anymore, including the bakeries that were making what we know now as fortune cookies. So the Chinese restaurants saw this as an opportunity, saw they were popular in that culture for food, so they adopted them as their own and started giving them out as a dessert item for their Chinese takeout.
So the Chinese stole from Japan.
They did.
Wow.
So next time you eat a fortune cookie, which hopefully is today with your Chinese takeout,
I'm going to still call it American cookie.
You're going to know that it's not from China and that you can think about the country of Japan.
I'm eating my American food and I'm getting my American cookie.
Japanese fortune cookie.
Okay, I'll say Japanese.
Japanese fortune cookie.
So long, but I'm saying it.
You have to. So we already talked about it. Celebrate the day today. Order some Chinese takeout. Be lazy. You can even go to the store and pick it up if you want. Have it delivered. It doesn't matter. Just get yourself some Chinese food. Have a lazy day.
Do it. And I hope you get an amazing fortune. One that's interesting and not lame. Because some of them are not great.
That is true. That's always one of the highlights, seeing what it says. But that's our episode for today. You know how to celebrate the day today. Come back tomorrow and you'll find out how to celebrate tomorrow's day. Talk to you then.
Remember to subscribe, rate, and review our show. You can download new episodes daily to hear what day we are all celebrating and how we can celebrate it. And be sure to share your favorite episode with your favorite person so you guys can celebrate together.